first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Kirk now, the return man. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The tackle made.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Cardinals nothing. Dan Bailey.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Eric Kendricks.
give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
The tackle made.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And this one caught by Max Williams.
Murray's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On the return is Kirk. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check, 59.
Murray now on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Again, the ball carrier.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Gonzalez's kick is good. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Jackson.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
14.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10.
And they're ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they're going to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Give to Cook out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. third down. Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Taking it about the 36, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, I like the respect. Giving more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray going deep for Hopkins and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. Let's go, B. Big shit.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
The score, Vikings 21, Cardinals 6. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At at their own 26.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Spinning past him. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray rolling to his right. Now and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Retains possession.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Complete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Vikings.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Play action. It's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Murray on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Drake. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So that one will be accepted. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action now. Jackson, it'll buy some time right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson, throw left side, complete. It's Walters. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
5 yards on the
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Cardinals 13. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Murray again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That one's complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Patrick Peterson.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
19 yards that time for number 19.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A quick throw complete to Chark. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The Vikings 23-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation, puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 6.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cardinals' 13-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and you've got to say